It's a nice day out. So it's almost 7 and I'm just waiting for this cinema. This cinema I'm going to has a Wong Kar-wai film festival and I'm gonna catch a screening of Chungking Express and I'm very excited. This is my first Wong Kar-wai film. Well, second. I watched Happy Together and it was good. It took me a while to get used to Wong Kar-wai's film style, but it was great. So I'm very excited to see this, and yes. Let's talk about all of the books that I've read for the first quarter of the year, starting with Time is a Mother by Ocean Vuong, which is a reread, and this amazing collection of grief and love and the passing of time just felt realer and much more familiar a year after reading them for the first time, especially with the last poem of the collection, which is Woodworking at the End of the World. It took a whole another meaning the second time reading it. And I have never had a piece of literature move me as much as that poem did. Next is Night Sky with Exit Wounds by the same author, and this was amazing on the exploration of intimacies and relationships and war and love and violence and the tenderness and gentleness that is intertwined with it. And some real standouts from this collection are Brooklyn 2006, Homewrecker, Because It's Summer, and Someday I'll Love Ocean Vuong. Next is Delta of Venus by Anais Nin, which is a collection of short eroticas which the author is famous for, and all I can say is taboo and disgusting and vile, but also passionate. The writing is impeccable, and I am intrigued. And finally, I have finished The Mammoth That Is a Little Life. This was a great exploration on male friendships and male-centered relationships, and also abuse and violence and trauma. And I think the reason why this book broke me as much as it did was because there was so much love and tenderness between the violence and the heartbreak and the torment. And I just have so much empathy and love for all of the characters, especially Jude, because I got the pleasure to read about his success, his highs, his joys, but also his lows, his very low lows, and I will definitely not be picking up this book anytime soon. Current reads are A Girl's Story by Annie Ernaux, A Spy in the House of Love by Anais Nin, and Crush by Richard Sicken or Sykin. I don't know how to pronounce it. I just finished watching Chungking Express, and my heart is happy. My heart is full. That was great. Now I'm going home. is Woodworking at the End of the World by Ocean Vuong. In a field, after everything, a street lamp shining on a patch of grass. Having just come back to life, I lay down under its warmth and waited for a way. That's when the boy appeared, lying next to me. He was wearing a Ninja Turtles t-shirt from another era, the colors far away. I recognized his eyes, black buttons salvaged from the coat I used to cover my mother's face, at the end. Why do you exist? I wanted to know. I felt the crickets around us but couldn't hear them. A chapel on the last day of war. That's how quiet he was. The town I had walked from was small and American. If I stayed on my knees, it would keep all my secrets. When we heard the woodcutters coming closer, destroying the past to build the future, the boy started to cry. But the voice that came out was an old man's. I reached into my pocket, but the gun was gone. I must have dropped it while burying my language farther up the road. It's okay, the boy said at last. I forgive you. Then he kissed me, as if returning a porcelain shard to my cheek. Shaking, I turned to him. I turned and found, crumpled on the grass, the faded red shirt. I put it over my face and stayed very still, like my mother at the end. Then it came to me, my life. I remembered my life the way an axe handle, mid-swing, remembers the tree. And I was free.